Welcome to Tracy's World Champs Workout. This video is designed to be complementary to the Hypnocize Exercise Motivation Therapy program. It's just here to give you a few tips and a couple of little videos to make it easier to understand this very uncomplicated workout. I was very fortunate, along with my husband and my son and his teammate, to be part of the South African national team to go to Australia to take part in this Mirror Dinghy World Championships. What I had to do was get championship fit, even though I wasn't actually at home. I was over in England for 6 months prior to this championships, and the only space that I really had to get strong and fit was the size of a yoga mat. I discovered this incredibly simple but effective workout. Now you can see the size of this boat with 2 big adults in it. I don't have much space to move around. 90% of my job is just to sit incredibly still in the center of the boat. And then there'll be bursts where I have to leap out and sit on the gunwale on the edge of the boat and lean out using my abs and my back to help to counterbalance the boat in strong wind. The other function that I would have is, after sitting still like this for lengthy periods of time, is to suddenly stand up and connect the spinnaker and get right back down again into the center of the boat. So it was a combination of fitness requirements. So it was very important that I had this whole area of my body really championship fit. There are many health benefits associated with regular exercise, and I recommend that you complete this physical activity readiness questionnaire. We call it a PAR-Q. And if you'd like a copy of it, please feel free to email me on tracy.hypnocize@gmail.com and I will send you a copy. It consists of several questions which you simply answer yes or no to, and that gives you an indication as to whether you need to chat to your medical doctor about what type of exercise is appropriate for you. So here we go. This is the full workout that I used to get championship ready. Obviously, I used it alongside a great deal of walking. And we're going to go through each exercise one by one. So, yahoo! Yes, it's me, Tracy Clifford Stat. I go away from South Africa from time to time to market my program, to meet with professional colleagues, and to take further levels of professional training in the psychotherapy and exercise field. But during the recording of this particular part of the program, I am in an incredible little village in Sussex. I've been led to believe that there is so much polished, perfect material out there for all these programs, but what people really are looking for these days is authenticity. So you're genuinely getting some authenticity here. And I'm going to start off by doing something awfully British. So what could be more British than a conservatory? And just take a look at that beautiful summer's day behind me, the blue skies. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my gym clothes on and we're going to get out into that gorgeous garden, and I'm going to show you some of the points of Tracy's World Champs workout, just so that maybe you understand how it is in practice when you look at it on paper. And please remember, if you experience any discomfort at any point in time during this exercise, please stop immediately and seek out the professional services of a biokineticist or physiotherapist. Please be safe while you do this. But if you go at your own pace, gently, gently, every single move that you make makes you stronger. Come on, let's get out there into that beautiful sunshine. Yeah! Right, so here we go, a sun salutation. I do highly recommend that you take one session with a yoga instructor to learn how to do a sun salutation. There are various forms of yoga, and here I am back home in South Africa, in Knysna, in the local yoga studio. Alongside me is a yoga instructor. Isn't it wonderful to know that she only started yoga in recent years due to a back problem, and she is in her 40s, having had 2 children. You'll see in the beginning how we place our hands together in front of us, almost in a prayer-like position. You can take your time over this particular position if you like. Just use it as an opportunity to acknowledge the wisdom within you to be taking part in physical exercise, and also to praise yourself for the commitment to well-being. There are all sorts of names for this exercise, but it doesn't really matter what the name is. The most important thing is the idea is to firm up the abdominal area. And by holding this movement this way, you will isolate the abdominal muscles from the rib cage down to the pelvic area. These crunches are more effective for toning that abdominal area. It's also safer for backs because having your knees bent like that takes a lot of strain off of your back. And meet my little stick person. We needed a model to demonstrate which areas of the body are being worked by particular exercises. So there you go. The abdominals are being worked by these ab crunches. Now we hear a great deal about core strength, and having strong abdominal muscles is great, but we need to balance that strength by ensuring that the back muscles are also toned. So we do these back hyperextension lifts. Apart from improving your posture and protecting the spine, they also create a rather nice looking waistline. So there you go. It works all the way from the very top of the back right the way down to the hip area, strengthening up those back muscles. Now, ladies push-ups. Apologies for it being rather gender orientated, but by having your knees on the floor, it does make them easier to do. And until you've built up that core strength, it protects your back and your neck. And by all means, once you feel ready, do a full push-up. And for now, as you do these ladies push-ups, see if you can actually get your chest down to the floor. Make that your first challenge. And here we have it. It indicates here that we are working across the chest area and the arms. Now this exercise here is really a good one. For me, sitting in that little boat, this one helped me to alleviate that cramp issue that I used to have. It is also a really good toner and lifter and shaper of the butt area. So there you go, gives you an indication across the hip area and the butt area. Now these straight leg raises, the beauty of this exercise is that you can get your back aligned. You can rest your head on your bent arm that's on the floor, and it keeps your spine pretty straight while you do this. And then by placing your other arm and hand onto the mat in front of you, you can stabilize yourself. Now you'd think that in order to lift the weight of your leg like that, that only the outer part of the thigh called the abductor would be working. But it's incredible how much that whole area has to work as you control the movement up and down. There are many tiny muscle movements here that do wonders for the hip and thigh area. Once we've worked that, let's call it the outside of the thigh, we can go straight into working the inner thigh or adductors with this gentle movement. All you need to do is just place that upper leg down, the foot onto the floor in front of you to stabilize yourself, and then gently with a straight leg lift the lower leg up and down. And while you do these, just tune into all of these supporting muscles that are working, even those that are keeping you stable lying on your side. It's truly wonderful stuff. There we go, we've covered the hip and the leg area by working on these exercises. And all you need to do is just roll over and repeat those 2 straight leg exercises on the other side. Now squats are funny old things to do. My suggestion is to start off with squats, is to stabilize yourself by holding onto a table or a sofa, just to give yourself some stability while you start. Now you'll see me carefully shifting my feet on the mat until they feel right. To protect your knees, it is imperative that when you do bend your knees, that they do not extend over the end of your toes. If they do, just move your feet slightly apart and then even turn your toes out ever so slightly. And then once you bend the knee, your joint needs to feel comfortable. And once you're feeling strong that you can step away and do these without holding on to anything, you might even decide to progress this by utilizing your arms, by lifting and dropping your arms in sync with the squat. And there you have it. We're working those hips and thighs again. This one works an area of the body so often forgotten about. Because when we look in the mirror, we don't really see these muscles until you lift your arms up, and then you see the loose muscles show themselves. So it's a great one for working the triceps, in other words, the back of the upper arm. And starting off working on a chair like this, using the arms for support, is a gentle way to get going, but you can progress it. Once you're feeling strong, you can then give this version of it a go, but make sure that you are really stable, that your feet are secure on the floor, and that you are holding on really tightly to the bench or chair that you're working on. And you'll feel that these are almost a combination of squats and tricep push-ups. Really works this area of the body very, very well. Normally you feel this one a couple of days later. So if we add these all together, have a look. Back hyperextension lifts and those tricep push-ups work that entire back area of the body. Then those abdominal crunches, push-ups and bent knee lifts work the front of the body. And add in the squats and leg lifts and you've worked out your entire body from the neck down to the toes. So this is why this workout is so effective. And then we finish off again with a sun salutation. Part of the sun salutation is stretching, and stretching does give your joints a greater range of motion. Plus, there's proof that stretching does strengthen muscles. Acknowledge yourself for having been successful at applying yourself to doing exercise today and taking care of your wellness. Now you might discover that you can complete this program in less than 30 minutes. You could consider repeating just some of the exercises or eventually do 2 sets of every single exercise. Make it your own. It's portable. I always travel with my yoga mat so that I can do this program. So I have to say, thank you, England. This has been the most incredible stay because I've got so much work done while I've been here, and as much as I'm missing South Africa and really looking forward to going home, part of my heart definitely lives here in England, having British parents. Hopefully this demonstration that I've done in this video gives you a better idea how to use my world champs workout. Just remember, every single movement that you make makes you stronger. Do it at your own pace. There's no need to push yourself past a point of comfort. And please understand that if anything hurts whatsoever, stop doing it immediately and get advice. It can be so worthwhile to do one session with a biokineticist or a personal trainer, or even go and see a physiotherapist if something's hurting, and take advice from them as to how to proceed. And there we have it. We have some energy that's just passed through space. The high-speed train from Brighton to London. I just love this place. It's so vibrant. So guys, go ahead. Try it out. Just know that every single movement that you make makes you stronger. See you next time.